Inspired by 16th century Japanese design, the Zaishu is constructed without tools, nails, or glue. The Zaishu is a small, portable wooden box which can be used as a stool, table, or for storage. The surface artwork of the Zaishu is created at interactive installation events by artists and community groups. Initially, the art is applied directly onto large sheets of plywood. A laser cutter then cuts out the various panels that make up the individual Zaishus. As the artists do not know where the cuts will be, the art evolves into something new again when the random pieces are assembled into a finished Zaishu.
I hear once you step outside of the airport in Mumbai, it's quite an assault on your senses. The opportunity came up where I met a woman, an Indian woman called Shalu, who links Australian businesses with Indian businesses. I'd be interested in having her assist in start to work with artists and even the kids through the Sandpark organisation. They've got the beautiful traditional designs which are actually the techniques are dying out at the moment just because there's no real market for them because a lot of people need paying jobs such as working in the railway systems and things like that. So this will help to generate an income and to help to revitalise traditional techniques and also help to educate people around the world as a form of cross-cultural exchange about Indian culture.
The banner used to have one particular technique. Used to call like a heroine has to be fair, hero has to be lit fair but little darker than a heroine. The villain should be like a snake or a dragon. It should be purple or green, and the background should be splashy. Like palette of colors. So you have a red, yellow, orange, blue, take it everything, rainbow on the background, stars and everything like that. And they used to have some suggestion, maybe if a sad film, they'll put a suggestion of a tree and a woman standing under it. If there's a violent picture, they show a train running and the man walking on the train. Kind of a suggestion used to be there. And big cinemascope lettering. The style is like a cinemascope. You know, that kind of lettering they used to do.
Has your father been painting signs for?
52, started in 52.
Starting 52.
First, what used to happen, he was the part of that whole team, you know, the team which was making the film. But nowadays, people don't give that much importance to this kind of thing here in India. We were all friends, there were almost 30 different studios like this. But they were very good friends. Of course, there was a healthy competition, but it was up to a certain level, but beyond that they were always a good friends.
Yeah, I feel very happy when I see my father-in-law doing with his banner on this thing. I feel very happy that I feel proud also that he's my father-in-law and he's done such a very nice. And when people appreciate that, then I used to feel very happy.
We are looking for a paint shop.
Paint shop.
In downtown Bombay to get some colours. We have our driver who is helping us. At the moment he's in the shop asking where a good paint shop is.
I totally bad. This 7:30 ना थोड़ा हंसते रहे फोटो आएगा तेरा पीछे सब मत रखता दे भाई
Actually? 4 litre? 4 litre? Yeah. 4 litre?
डालने ले लो अरे भाई सावध कर क्या के लिए काले
So it's a totally unique design from India, and in every Diwali it has been put. It's a totally a colorful place.
And so there's green, like
There is
lime green.
There is green, there is orange, there is yellow, there is purple, there is white.
So these are
This is red, na?
these are the traditional Rangoli
Traditional Rangoli colours.
Yeah.
This is yellow.
Fantastic.
मतलब कौन सा है which one is the Hina इसमें Hina कौन red
You know, I asked for acrylic.
yes but you want to paint on wood na
I can use water based on wood.
no
I
you
do
cannot
it- I
you
do it
cannot
all the time.
this our acrylic based paint you cannot apply on this thing
No, I use water based paints. on
that
the-
might be out of India that is that technology we don't have in India
I'm having children doing this painting.
I know I can understand your problem
I
yeah
said 5 times.
5 times that is it
acrylic.
that is it sir
Not enamel.
fine
I
right
said that. So now I get enamel, so you must realise my disappointment.
only you have to pay me 717
This is a loss for me. So
yes, sir, I'm also very sorry. I'm just bearing this loss because of my country. Tell you.
Okay.
Because this is my country and I'm proud of my country. Australia.
पंख लगा कि तेरे साथ आसमानों में उड़ूं इक चिक चिकता इक चिकता इक चिक चिकता
Shalu said we needed a brighter purple. We're in another paint store. We had a problem yesterday. We're showing them the enamel colours so we can get acrylic. So now we're at the plywood shop, and the problem is that the Zaishus need 9mm ply to a tolerance of 0.2 of a mil, but here the 9mm ply ranges from 9mm to 11mm. So yeah, we've just got to sort through 22 sheets. Yeah, so it might mean that some of the tops might be a bit loose when you try and bang them on, but that's all part of the fun.
अरे अपरे भजन रे कारण सावरिया रे लाल की धरे मार लाल बन भरे मार लाल
सुख दुख जीवन में आते और जाते हैं दुख पहले आ जाए घबराना कैसा हिम्मत से काम लेंगे घबराना कैसा ये वक्त न ठहरा है ये वक्त न ठहरेगा कोई गुजर जाएगा घबराना कैसा हिम्मत से काम लेंगे घबराना कैसा हिम्मत से काम लेंगे घबराना कैसा.
My first visit was about 15 years ago, and I really liked what Mr. Banerjee was doing. They had a very small setup at the time, probably a couple of mud huts, and I just liked his passion and enthusiasm for, and you know, he had such vision.
I am from Australia and I am a furniture designer, and so the reason I am here to visit Sandpark to work with you, to discover and to have you teach us about traditional Indian techniques and traditions.
The best aspect, which you don't really acknowledge because you take it for granted, being here, the surroundings and the different culture and the people. You are removed from Australia and you are in a very different environment, and so it's important to always acknowledge that, because when I go back to Australia, I'll definitely appreciate how unique the experience is.
अच्छा पीला है क्या?
Nice color. Big red color.
Yeah.
Who has a favourite colour and why is it their favourite colour?
शाम में धूप जाएगा सब पीले. He likes it at sunset. You know, when he's
ड्राइंग में अच्छा लगता है.
she likes blue because she likes the effect and the look.
अरे ये बटलर भैया जगह रखी डाल.
Very good. And who is this?
कौन है?
सुष्मिता सेन.
Sushmita, one of the Bollywood actress.
And it was my job to use the paint roller to do all the backing colours. So it took quite a while, especially when there's about 5 or 6 kids wanting to use the paint roller at the same time. And yeah, so there's lots of paint on clothes and paint on the floor and things like that. It was important to not take it too seriously, just so I could spend time talking to people. But at the same time, I needed to get the job done as well.
They're celebrating Diwali. Other people.
Does the lotus flower have any meaning in
Yes.
tradition?
It is a national flag.
National flower. Maybe starting in the middle and working out.
All what you can do is try.
Thank you.
When sun rises, the sun flag opens, and when sun sets, the sun flag also closes.
Sets. Closes.
It closes at better. Let's go around it. Just come to the corner.
I am interested in recording the writing and the language and the culture. The writing's very visually effective.
वो भी कैसा है मतलब क्या? Suppose अभी इधर sushi लिखेला पूरे sheet पे. वो कट होके sushi आएगा.
There's a particular context that we're working with as far as this India project goes, and that context is to create
artwork that's related to Indian tradition. Just the writing would be good because it's not as time consuming. So it's interesting that all the sign writers who came, and they're extremely capable artists, decided to just sort of have open reign, and we're wanting to do sort of more art-based works, but we're employing them to be sign writers today.
He's going to use one word and use all kinds of fonts and colors in small and big and make a whole collage. Is that okay?
कि नुसता खाली हाथ दिखेगा ना तो वो अच्छा नहीं, उसके ऊपर दूसरा भी कलर आएगा तो वो कंपोज जो है ना वो अच्छा, वो सगा कलर चाहिए.
So each panel will have quite a bit of interesting things on it. So he's saying just let him have that panel to play around.
हमको ये भी मालूम है कि उसका
बस तू है मेरा तन मेरा मन मेरी जान मैं बेनाम हो गया मैं बेनाम हो गया मैं बेनाम हो गया.
We came from Lonavala.
Yep.
This is Lonavala, okay?
And how do you break this down into Lonavala? What does this bit
This
say?
is Lo, L-O, okay? N-A, V-L-A, Lonavala.
या जगण्यावर शतदा प्रेम करावे शतदा प्रेम करावे या जन्मावर या जगण्यावर शतदा प्रेम करावे चंचल वारा या जलधारा भिजली काळी माती फुलेला जरी बघून कुणाचे फुलेला जरी बघून कुणाचे हळवे ओठ स्मरावे शतदा प्रेम करावे.
वाह 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 वाह.
जिसकी आहट का इंतजार हमें है वो ही जाने क्यों ना के हमें आवाज दे जिसकी खुशबू की महक दिल में बसे.
ये ऐसा है कलर से बनाते हैं हम लोग.
That's a wedding scene where that's the bridegroom's house. He's getting ready and taking blessings from his mother and musicians outside. Then he comes out and they get married here. And these two are doing all the mantra, the wedding prayers and the wedding ceremonies conducted by them. And this is the marquee that they make out of grass. Ghas ka hai na? So he's saying that's they use the cow dung for both these, and that's during the monsoon season, and that's why it's slightly lighter in shade. And this is at this time of the year. And then he uses mud for these panels, and it just depends on where they get the mud from, what part of the village.
चावल के आटे से चौक बनाते थे. इसके बाद ये शादी होती थी तो ये पहले बहुत पुराने से हज़ारों साल से चलते आ रहा है. और इसमें हम लोग जैसे शादी के टाइम में ये बना रहे थे तब जैसे बड़े लोग बनाते थे माँ और पिताजी, तब छोटे बच्चे भी सीख जाते हैं. जैसे हमारा भी बहुत ट्रेडिशनल ऐसा हो गया, हमारी माँ बाप करते थे तभी हम करते हैं. तो इसमें खेती, जंगल, पुरानी कथा कहानियाँ और डांस ये सब दिखाते हैं.
Because some of the panels were quite labour intensive to do, the Worley artist spent at least 6 days and takes a good part of a day to do one panel. So we can't really cut those up into Zaishus, and I'm looking at different ways of looking at the whirly panels.
I think that it's been a tremendous success. One of the exciting things that I've enjoyed has been the absolute enthusiasm of the various artists. I've also been excited by the variety of the art, and of course my education has been extended by learning of the different types of art, the Rangoli and the henna and that type of thing. Yes.
Yeah, we're just practicing with
Mendi, no?
Mendi, yeah. And so instead of using the henna leaf, we're practicing with paint, and this is the traditional way to do it. Would you like to just do some so we can see?
Yeah, I can continue.
Totally different concept, rounds, as it come in my mind, rounds, with different beautiful colors. Of course, I love all these colors.
It's beautiful.
ये सुख दुख जीवन में ओ हो आते और जाते हैं लाला, ये सुख दुख जीवन में आते और जाते हैं, दुख पहले आ जाए घबराना कैसा, हिम्मत से काम लेंगे घबराना कैसा, ये वक्त न ठहरा है ये वक्त न ठहरेगा, वही गुजर जाएगा घबराना कैसा, हिम्मत से काम लेंगे घबराना कैसा, हिम्मत से काम लेंगे घबराना कैसा.
म्याव 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 येऊ का घरात, कोण आहे आज स्वयंपाकघरात, अशी कशी भूक मला लागली बाई, पोटात दुधाचा थेंबण नाही. म्याव 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 येऊ का घरात, कोण आहे आज स्वयंपाकघरात.
The actual tangible physical results is that, as far as seeing the artwork, is fantastic. That was one of the reasons for coming here, but the other reasons is just to be involved in India and meeting people and spending time in the countryside. Great space because the room does remind me of a colonial Indian room with the old worn lino tiles and also the wooden furniture, so it's a really good context for the exhibition. I realised that maybe I was possibly a bit naive with the whole project to start with in a good way, because it takes that naivety to get things done, just having an idea and doing it. Not really realising the stress and the pressures of trying to get such an organic project happening in a country like India. And I'm not really someone who shows my stress. I sort of imploded all.